Good afternoon, Professor. I am your student Kenza, and in this video I'm going to explain what is the phonological system of Moroccan Arabic, or Darija. This video is dedicated to show what are the places and manners of articulation as well as voicing system of Darija sounds. So let's discover together the outline of this video. First of all, I'm going to briefly define Moroccan Arabic, and then I will show you the main points of Moroccan Arabic phonological system. And then I will lucidly explain what are the places and manners of articulation of Darija sounds. And last but not least, I will provide a recap for this video, plus a surprise. So let's start with our definition of Moroccan Arabic. What is Moroccan Arabic? Now, Moroccan Arabic is a dialect spoken in Morocco. It is very similar to the dialect spoken in Algeria, Tunisia, Mauritania, but also differs from dialects spoken further east in countries such as Egypt, Lebanon, the Gulf countries. So, Moroccan Arabic is actually influenced by many languages: French, Spanish, and Amazigh. Now, its base is Arabic, but actually Darija contains influences from French and Spanish and Amazigh, which is the native Berber languages. So, before moving to the details of the places and manners of articulation, let's cover what are the main points of Moroccan Arabic phonological system. In this video, I'm going to explain the consonants, vowels, emphatic sounds, the places and manners of articulation of those sounds, and provide you with a phonetic transcription. So before delving deeper into the places and manners of articulation, let us see what are the Moroccan Arabic sounds. Of course, it is greatly similar to Arabic language sounds, as you can see here in this picture, but we have some differences. We have some slight differences. For example, in Moroccan Arabic, it is rare to find th and the. And also in Arabic language, we don't find the sound g, which is common in Darija, g. Now, let's move to voicing, places, and manners of articulation. First of all, when we want to transcribe and describe a sound, we have to detect whether this sound is voiceless or voiced. And then we'll have to spot the place of articulation. And the last aspect is the manner of articulation. So the first element is voicing. Now, sounds are divided into two types: voiceless sounds and voiced sounds. In Darija or Moroccan Arabic, we have voiceless sounds such as th, h, kh, sh, t, s, t, f, q, k, h, and e. The last one is al-hamza. However, for the voiced Darija sounds, we have b, j, th, d, r, z, d, th, a, r, l, m, n, y, w. Now, what is the difference between pronouncing a voiced and a voiceless sound? Of course, when we are pronouncing a voiceless sound, we can feel that there is no vibration and our vocal cords are not moving at all. However, for voiced sounds, we can feel that there is some kind of vibration in our vocal cords and there is some sense of movement there. So before showing you what are the places of articulation of Darija sounds, let us see what are the organs of speech that are responsible for articulating those sounds. We have lips, teeth, lower jaw, nasal cavity, alveolar ridge, palate, soft palate, velum, uvula. We have the tongue, pharynx, epiglottis, larynx, vocal cords. And of course, in Moroccan Arabic, we have places of articulation and manners of articulation for its sounds. We have bilabial, labiodental, interdental, postdental, alveolar, postalveolar, palatal, velar, uvular, glottal, and pharyngeal. As for manners of articulation, we have nasal, plosives or stops, fricatives, affricates, glides, liquids or laterals, approximants, retroflex sounds, sibling sounds, and last but not least, the special sounds in Moroccan Arabic and in Arabic in general, emphatic sounds. So this picture shows you what are emphatic sounds. Here we have the, which is the emphatic the for the, and the emphatic the for t, and the a. There is no match for it in English or in any other language. And then we have r, like r in French, rouge. And then we have q, it's like k, but it's deeper. And then we have h, which is a sharp h. And ch, like ch in German sound Bach. And then last we have s, which is the emphatic s for s. So for the emphatic sounds, of course, as you have discovered, emphatic sounds in Arabic or in Moroccan Arabic are different from t, s, and z. They involve a secondary articulation in the pharynx area, as you can see in this picture, as opposed to their counterparts. Now let's discover what are the places of articulation of Moroccan Arabic consonants. What is a place of articulation? Now, place of articulation or part of articulation, it indicates where our mouth obstruction is occurring when a consonant is formed. To create an obstruction, each of our lips, as you can see in this picture, needs to be brought together. And one part of the articulator that moves is called the active articulator, while the ones which remains static is the passive one. Now, in this picture, we can see that there are 9 places of articulation, and we can apply them to Moroccan Arabic sounds. We have bilabial, we involve our lips. Labiodental, we involve our teeth and our lips. Interdental, we involve our tongue and our teeth. And alveolar, we involve our alveolar ridge. And for the palatal, we involve our soft palate. And then for the velar sounds, we involve our velum. And for pharyngeal, we involve our pharynx. And for uvular sounds, we involve our uvula. And for the glottal sounds, we involve our glottis and vocal cords. So, first of all, what are the bilabial consonants in Moroccan Arabic? We have 3 bilabial consonants in Moroccan Arabic: b, m, and w. Bilabial consonants are created when we use both the upper and the lower lip together to block airflow out of the mouth. Interdental sounds. Now, interdental consonants in Moroccan Arabic are 3. We have th as in think, and the th as in this, and the, which is an emphatic sound. Now, for the interdental, here we block or constrict the airflow by placing the tip of our tongue against our upper teeth. What about labiodental consonants in Moroccan Arabic? Now, labiodental consonant that is found in Moroccan Arabic is f. Labiodental consonants are made when we block the airflow by putting our lower lip and the upper lip and the upper teeth together. So, alveolar or dental consonants in Moroccan Arabic are greatly similar to those alveolar and dental consonants in English. Now, the alveolar obstruction occurs at the alveolar ridge, as you saw earlier in that picture. It happens when the ridge behind the upper teeth that are touched by your tongue, as you raise it. We have a lot of alveolar consonant sounds in Moroccan Arabic, as you can see in this slide. We have d, t, l, s, r, z, and n. And then we have post-dental consonants in Moroccan Arabic, which is also emphatic sounds. We have t, the emphatic t for t, and d, the emphatic d for t, and s, the emphatic s for s. So for post-dental, you can actually feel that there is some kind of stress on your tongue at the back, touching your alveolar ridge. And then we have palatal or post-alveolar consonants in Moroccan Arabic. We have y, j, and sh. So for palatal consonants here, this is where the body of the tongue is raised to the hard palate. And we have three consonants that are palatal in Moroccan Arabic: j, sh, and y. Now for the velar or pharyngeal consonants in Moroccan Arabic, we have a and h. They are articulated from the pharynx. And then we have velar consonants in Moroccan Arabic, which are g and k. So here the obstruction occurs when the back of our tongue touches the soft palate, which is the velum at the back of the mouth. We say g as in glad and k as in kangaroo. And then we have uvular consonants in Moroccan Arabic. We have q, r, and kh. Those are pronounced from the uvula part in our organ of speech. And then we have glottal consonants in Moroccan Arabic. We have h and e. Now these sounds are articulated using the glottis. Now the glottis actually has two vocal cords, and it acts as a sort of like lead to our windpipe. And we can do it by inhaling, like, and then hold your breath with your mouth open so the air won't come out from your lungs, like this. H as in hope and e as in honest. Now the second part of the video, manners of articulation of Moroccan Arabic consonants. So manners of articulation, this is where the obstruction to the airflow is occurring. The manner of articulation tells us how much of the airflow is being obstructed that came out of the lungs and flows out from the nose and the mouth. This table shows you what are the manners of articulation for Moroccan Arabic sounds. First of all, we have plosives or stops. Now, it occurs when the airflow by the vocal tract is stopped entirely. It is contradictory to the nasal. Now, for plosive or stops in Moroccan Arabic, we have b, t, d, k, g, e, t, d. And then for nasal. Now, for nasal can be created by stopping the airflow when we can reroute it through the nasal cavity. And this produces sounds like n and m. For fricatives, now the airflow is obstructed almost entirely, producing a turbulent hissing sound when we are pronouncing a fricative, such as f, th, th, s, z, h, a, r, th, h, j, h. And then for the affricate. Now, for the affricate, those consonants are formed from stop consonants that mix with fricative consonants. You can see that we are blending two consonants together to form one sound. The consonant affricate starts with air that builds up pressure behind an articulator, which then releases the air through a narrow track rather than making a clean burst like the L's. For example, we have j. For example, in Moroccan Arabic, we say jaja. And for ch, we say chamir. For sibilants, we have s, sh, z, and s. And for the approximant sounds, we have either liquids or glides. So approximants here, the airflow is impeded only slightly. The hissing sound indicative of fricatives is no longer present here. The sound is altered to a degree. So here we have glides, w and y in Moroccan Arabic, and l and r as liquids. So specifically, l is a lateral and r is a retroflex or trill. The last manner of articulation, which is very unique and special for Arabic and Moroccan Arabic sounds, are emphatic sounds. And as you can see here, the transcription of those sounds, we have also dot under each sound. T, D, S, and Z. No, D and T and S and the. The last part of this presentation is dedicated to Moroccan Arabic vowels. Now this picture shows you 9 vowels. Of course, in Arabic and in Moroccan Arabic, we divide vowels into long and short vowels. Now for the ABA chart, we can see that there are many vowels. We have front or central or back vowels, and then we have closed, mid, and open. And last, we have to specify whether that vowel is rounded or unrounded. So for Moroccan Arabic, we have long and short vowels, and we can actually also describe them as diacritics. We have al-kasra, al-fatha, dhamma. So al-kasra, we find it at the bottom, which is a short vowel placement. And then we have the fatha, which is at the top, which is also a short vowel placement. And then we have the dhamma, which is at the top, like al-fatha. So for the kasra, for example, we say ji, e, like the sound e. And then for al-fatha, we say ja, like the sound a. And then for ju, for the dhamma, it's like u. So the similar English sound, to make it easier for you to understand the short vowels in Moroccan Arabic, like the e in sit, and then the a in ba, and then the u in put. As for the long vowels in Arabic and in Moroccan Arabic too, we have a, e, u. So that was it for my video. I hope you have enjoyed this video and it was very informative and enlightening. In this video, I have explained what are the places and manners of articulation in Moroccan Arabic. And I also showed you what is the voicing system of Moroccan Arabic and what are the emphatic sounds, as well as the places and manners of articulation of vowel sounds in Moroccan Arabic. Before you close this video, I would like to invite you to my virtual class on Google Classroom and Kahoot. You can find the class invitation as well as the code that you can use to join my class. It is available in the description box below the video. Please feel free to join in. It is for free and I will teach you everything about Arabic and Moroccan Arabic or Darija. And I also recommend you to read and watch some of these references here. And I will also provide you with different and various readings and videos in my virtual class. I would like to thank SlidesGo for providing us with these beautiful templates. You can check their website also. So that was it for my video. Thank you for watching and for keeping up with my video. If you have enjoyed and you found that this presentation is informative and enlightening, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment below if you want more videos like this, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. See you.